Aryana is joining us live. So she's been on the show a few times, but she is stepping out to come on live tonight with us. So we're just going to have a fun-filled show, and just whatever comes, we're going to do. And, because right now the times are a little crazy, especially this week. I don't know about you. I had the just most interesting things happen this week. That's all I can say. It's been an up and down roller coaster of cleansing and clearing and moving through stuff very fast. So it's the energies just shifting and changing so different now. It's just as we move on and step into this new energy that we are moving into and becoming, it's like all that old cleansing and clearing is shifting and changing as well. And just light codes coming in, and it's so. I hope everybody there. Let's just take a deep breath right now and just really ground ourselves here in this moment, in this Halloween, Samhain, full moon, blue moon. Just so many things. Retrograde, so many go on, and I am in tonight. I got my favorite cup, the Witch's End, so I am in tonight for the show, just to have fun and enjoy and. Whatever comes. So further ado, I'm going to get on in a minute to do our teachings for the clan mothers. But I also wanted to just have everybody once again, I think we all need, I'm feeling right now, everybody just needs to take another deep breath in and just put their hands on their heart and just really ground themselves here. I'm feeling a lot of people out there just kind of really ungrounded and just with the energies that are happening and very intense right now. This week has been very, 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 very intense. I don't know. And please feel free to share anything you'd like to share in the chat box. If anything's going on, I'd love to hear from you and love to join that. So thank you so much once again for joining this evening. I so appreciate all of you being here and listening to me now in the future or in the past. Who knows? Because time is just nothing. So anyhow, to get to our reading, I'm going to go, for those out there who have not listened to me before, are just tuning in for the first time. I was guided at the beginning of this year to go over a book, 13 Original Clan Mothers, which I was guided to do. So each month I've been kind of doing a little insert of the book for like story time. And so I'm just going to kind of quickly go through. Each month has a different teaching about the truth. So I highly recommend you get the book. It's, if you're learning, it's the 13 Original Clan Mothers by Jamie Sams. So, and it's a really interesting book, and I've loved following along with it. I read it years ago, but I've really enjoyed following along with it this year, because it's like what's happening with the energies and what's happening in the earth right now is just following in line exactly with these teachings. So, and they are indigenous teachings. We have to remember those teachings. But right now, it's also time to remember those teachings, but it's also new energy we're moving into. So take those energies, and I really feel like we need to kind of, I don't want to say totally transform them, but find what works for us now and the energy that we're moving into, which is never been before. So it's exciting time. It's a scary, hello, Carolyn. Thanks for dropping in. It's a scary time, but it's not a scary time because it's a really exciting time. And, I got to tell a story. So I wasn't going to tell this story, but it's coming up and tell the story of this morning of the snake. So we had this snake in the pool this morning, and I love these things to happen. I never have to leave my house to have these things happen to me. And this snake, I saw him last night when I was outside meditating. I was going to put my feet in the pool, and I looked down, and there he is, right where I was going to sit. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to do that. And this morning I went out to look for the snake again, and he was in the strainer. And so I opened the strainer, and I'm like, okay, I got to get over this fear of this being in water with snakes and snakes biting me. Because if you live for those of you who know about Florida, we have a lot of poisonous snakes here, and a lot of snakes here, and alligators and everything else. So as I'm digging, trying to get the snake out of the muck, it was just kind of what we're doing right now. We're moving out of the muck and kind of hiding, but coming out and slithering around. And it was just so interesting to watch as I was doing this, try to rescue this snake that did not want to be rescued, but yet he wanted out of the pool. So it kind of reminded me too, where are we all in resistance to ask for help and co-create together, where we and open up to be in that energy of saying, yes, it's okay. I can be vulnerable and I can ask for help, and knowing that there are people out there to help you. and moving out of the resistance that we're so in about it's okay to help from all the hurt that we have suffered from the past. So moving back to the snake. So anyhow, so I get everything cleared out, and I dump the basket out into the canal. The snake's not there. So I go back to the pool. Well, the little stinker had gone out. He was in the pool now, and he was running around, like literally swimming around the pool. And every time I go to get him, he would deep dive down to the bottom of the pool. And I'm like, I didn't know snakes did this. So he was like running away and resisting. And the end of the story was I finally got him in the net. And when I got him in the net, he was in the net. I looked, I went to put him, and he totally disappeared. So I have no idea what happened to the snake. So that was my magical experience for the day with the snake. So what's happened to you today to bring in this beautiful magic of this time and this moon? So that was my snake story that I felt like I should share, just, of not being in resistance and allowing others to help you, and being ready to rebirth yourself and grow and be the magic of you, that you can disappear, and knowing how to set boundaries. So that was my lesson from the snake today that I thought I'd share with you. So anyhow, so interesting. Oh, so Carolyn's saying, so interesting. My son found a snake in my office this morning. Well, how interesting is that? A lot of snake energy renewal. We're in this full moon right now, which is life, death, and rebirth. So how cool is that? We're all experiencing the, I say water dragon and snake energy. So, but now back to the book, because I got a little sidetracked, because I do that sometimes. So anyhow, so the teachings each month from the original Traveler teachings this month of the truth teachings. So the first moon was learn the truth. Then I went to honor the truth, accept the truth, see the truth, hear the truth, speak the truth, love the truth, serve the truth, live the truth, work with truth. And now we get to the 11th moon, which I love right now. And I'm going to just read what it's about, which is walk the truth. And how many of you out there are in this transition period where you're living in this world of, like the old is there, the new is there, and everything in between? And how are you navigating that to walk your truth? Because it's so important to stand in that. So I'm going to read now what the lessons for this beautiful teaching that is just so important right now in our world, in where we're going and what we're transforming into and what we're moving into and the energies that we are moving into. So the poem goes, walks tall woman. You walk in beauty, mother, allowing all to see the glory of great mystery that sets your spirit free, guided by the bliss inside you, walking it through your deeds, never needing another's approval. Your heart's truth takes the lead with focus and directness. You teach me how to walk, balancing thought and action instead of misusing talk. I stand straight in your presence. I hold my head up high, with my feet rooted in Mother Earth, my arms embracing Father Sky. So that's the beautiful poem that went along with Walks Woman. And the Walks Tall Woman is the clan mother of the November moon cycle. So she teaches us how to walk our talk. And her cycle of truth is walking the truth. And she is connected to the color white. So I did work white tonight for that. And the color white, we learn magnetism and how to use authority and will properly. Walk Tall Woman shows the children of Earth how to lead through example, instead of insisting that others follow the lead. The clan mother teaches us how to change life situations through actions ourselves, not depending on others do it for us. So how many of out there are you sitting around that, you wait for other people to do things for you instead of taking the action yourself and standing in your truth and moving forward in who you are? So Walk Tall Woman teaches us how to be proud of our accomplishments through self-esteem, not self-importance. She shows us that the more we refine our skills, the happier we are with ourselves. Walk Tall Woman understands that actions speak louder than words, and that when we are living example of our philosophies, we are walking our personal truths. So I ask everybody out there, where are you living your examples, and where are you walking your truth and being in the belief of who you are and standing in that personal truth and not allowing others to knock you off that? Because when we walk with truth, there is no need to fear what others think of us. Reputation is based upon integrity and inner knowing, not on the opinion of others who may be jealous or insecure about themselves. So just remember that when you're feeling that you need to stand in your own integrity and your own inner knowing and not allow other opinions to sway you, because they may be jealous or insecure, and they allow you, and you're reflecting, bring that into your presence. So Walk Tall Woman teaches us that it is through our relationships, the great mystery into life, that we know and honor ourselves and our spirit. The 11th clan mother is the guardian of leadership and the keeper of new pathways. What are we going through now? She shows us the value of leading through the example, being our personal best, and exploring all our options, and the importance of innovation. If there is more important, appropriate, or more effective way to do something, Walk Tall Woman will apply those new ideas to her earth walk to see if the new way will assist her in walking her truth. So don't limit yourself, everyone. If something comes, go with your inner knowing and express and try it, because you can always change it and see what works best for you. This type of innovation does not destroy the traditions of the past, but rather adds new truth to those traditions, giving the ancestor ways, the ancestors' new growth potential. The 11th clan mother is also the mother of perseverance and stamina, who teaches us the value of health, the needs of our own physical bodies, and use of exercise to make them strong are part of the teachings. Walk Tall and its truth is exemplified by our ability to be graceful and to find the point of gravity in human form. So how many of us want to, walking tall, and, that we need to find that gravity in ourselves instead of always escaping up here and being up there, to stand in the truth of who we are and walking around in this human form. We chose this experience for a reason, to be here now for this time. Walks Tall Woman shows us that we must be flexible enough to allow others to follow their paths. A healthy mind will support the body's health. A mind riddled with half-truths and negativity can thwart the body to the point where disease is created. Walk Tall Woman shows us how to honor the body's need by balancing physical activities, proper attitudes, good eating, and sleeping habits and hygiene. Walk Tall Woman also teaches us that we can persevere, I can't talk now, meeting our goals when the body is healthy. Walk Tall shows us how to keep our eyes on the goal, our feet on the path, and the truth in our hearts, never waiting for another to do it for us, leading through example by being personally responsible in thought, action, and deed is the way we find the medicine of walking our talk. Our challenges are to be willing to drop our fears of taking action and to balance our work activities with rest, relaxation, and retreat. So those are the teachings. I highly recommend you get the book, but that's Walk Tall Woman. And what are we moving into right now? All these energies of walking our truth when everybody's awakening right now and being in that. So it's so exciting. And right now, let's see, I got another. Susan said, replying to, I'm glad it was, an office, not my kudos to your son for what. So she was glad that Snake wasn't in Carolyn, not in her office. So anyhow, I'm going to bring Arayana on right now so she can join us for some divine chitty chat. We decided we just have fun. And hi, Arayana.
Hi.
Oh,
you've caught me with a mouthful.
Oh, I had a mouthful. I couldn't speak this evening, so I was being vulnerable in that. So I apologize for my reading this evening because.
No, it was good. You're good. You're onto it. Thank you for having me again.
Oh, I'm so appreciative that you came back and you're live in color now and joining me for the Cosmic Tune-Up-Happy Hour on this fun, exciting, divine, feminine, crazy night.
Yes, so is. Yep. And here first.
Yes. So, I love Ariana and I asked her to come on tonight, just actually for this night for a reason. Excuse me. And I'm glad that she joined because, talking about what we just learned with Walks Tall Woman, we also need to move into sisterhood more. And Arayana has been a delight since she walked into my world 2 years ago. She lives in New Zealand, so we have never met in person. And we have just developed this beautiful relationship that we co-create together, and a perfect, just divine connection. And I have so much gratitude for her that she has shown me, and many of my other friends as well, what true friendship is about and true sisterhood is about as we move through this. And being able to have her in my world and never have met. And we've traveled together. We do so much stuff together. She's seen half the United States with me. I'm always around. So I'm just running my mouth. So Ariana, tell me about you here, and just I just needed to say that.
To that, yeah, we've done magical things. It's like getting off the phone, and then my sister would ring and she'd go, well, where were you? Well, actually, I just was at Universal Studios, or I saw Pippi Longstocking's house today. And and now everybody's starting to believe me. So
we were.
Yeah, absolutely. And I had a little realization the other day. When I was a little kid, we had a school trip, and we went to an apple orchard. And at the end, we were to write, if we wanted to, on a tissue paper, and that was wrapped around an apple. And the guy said, well, you never know, you might get a pen pal. Because back in the day, that's what we did. We wrote letters to each other, and I was really, really hoping to have a pen pal from the Northern Hemisphere. And I think I was 8 or 9, and I waited and I waited. Sometimes I get so upset about it. And then the other day I had the realization that you were the pen pal. And and it's kind of like we get to see each other in colour. We don't have to write letters or anything. It's just, and who would have thought? Who would have dreamt that?
And what a beautiful example, Ariana. Thank you so much. I'm so honored, by that. And, but what a beautiful example, of how we can put our energy out there to create something in the world. And sometimes it might take a little while.
Yeah.
But sometimes it takes a little while because the universe has to put all the pieces of the pie together so we can have what we actually desire.
Yes. And it was bigger and better than what I thought. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. So spirit, they may need some time, but look at it. It just was real magic in itself.
Yeah. And this is a magical night. And that's what the world is moving to. That's why I wanted just to have Chitty Chat tonight, because, the magic is happening now. And we need to step into it and see it, and be it and know it's there, and, walk in our truth and not be afraid anymore. The time for that is over.
Yes.
And I don't know if you're feeling that as well.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely feeling it. And in all bodies, on all levels, and all around. And and no hour is the same. It's all different, or the time even is different. So really being able to go with that.
Like all the dimensions and all the parallels and what we're moving in and out of, and just shifting and changing and letting go all at the same time. And it's just and
and that togetherness thing, it's I love that, like the sisterhood. It's beautiful to have friends, and that thing of always doing it together, standing together when you find people that you resonate with, and you can just move together as well. It's just it's beautiful, and that's magic in itself as well.
It is. And finding those people, just like the snake this morning teaching me, that we do need each other, and moving through, and not to resist anymore, to ask for help, and find your tribe out there, everyone. Find your tribe that works with there, and have that connection. It's out there. So you, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to say, I'm having an awful day today. Can you just sit and listen to me, without, having anybody, ask them not to say anything back. You just need to express. So build those relationships and those bonds. And it's so simple, because everybody wants the same thing. to be loved.
Yeah.
To share love and be love.
And what I loved about your snake story too at the end was that when you got the snake and you looked for him and he was gone, so you did all that work of searching through the muck and grime and everything and assisting and doing it together, and then poof, magically it just disappeared.
It did.
So, yeah, that's how quick we can let things go. That's how quick things can shift.
Yes, and it was that fast.
Yeah,
yes.
That's real.
I still don't know where the little magical water dragon went, but I don't think I'll be going in the pool tonight.
No.
He might just come back for another swim, Quetzalcoatl, looking at the shadow,
Yeah.
So much going on in this magical time right now. So
at least the moon's up so that you can see.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
So yes, but it's getting a little cold, so won't be doing that. But I also want to say, in regards to that, I don't know what came to me earlier tonight before we got online was something that, I really invite everyone to step into is stop making everything so difficult in the world, because everything started to become so simple if you allow yourself to be in that space and the simplicity of life where we don't have to, we just really need to step back and just trust and know and allow things to be simple.
Yes.
Because we've always put so much energy towards, like, where do you want to direct your energy? Towards so much different things that we span ourselves out so much. And it's time to just come back to the simplicity of us inside and find that balance within us, in the simplicity of us. As humans, we make everything so difficult. It does not have to be that way.
It doesn't. Yeah, that's the trickery, isn't it? Just being able to remove yourself or stand back a little bit to see that simplicity.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And standing in that. Everybody's still talking about the snake. Snake's a big subject here. I love it. Somebody in Australia, let's see. Yes, it's so simple. Caroline says, Susan, she had a pen pal from Australia and Canada. So somebody else had a pen pal as well. So yes, I know you're used to Chitty Chat. Yes, it is so simple. Yes. Thank you, Caroline. We love to make it so hard.
And in that, I just want to share to everybody one of your sayings.
Oh, untrick yourself from the fuckery.
Yeah, that's a Rebecka Gregory-ism.
But it's so true. It's so true. Our ego allows us to do so much to us,
Yeah, and that's why I had to paint it. So I've got it in my special place every morning where I have my cup of tea. And it's, if I forget, then it's in my face. So,
awesome. So are you going to share some of your Ariana dictionary fun things with us tonight?
Yes, because you requested it.
I did. I love it. She does props.
Becky keeps saying about my props, so okay, well, that's good. We've talked about untricking and fuckery, so let's talk about shit.
Moving right along, we're covering it all, the simplicity.
Yeah, that's right. So I just need to see whether I've got this lining up with the camera. So for those of you that are listening, I'm holding up a word shit. And so, we can feel like we're going through shit. We think we're going through shit. We have hard shit times and we have runny bottom shit times as well. But when you look at the word or expand on the word shit, it comes into shift. So add an F and it's shift. You're coming into shift. You're just shifting all the time. So it's not really shit.
No.
It's
cleansing it.
Yeah, it is. And if it's whatever it is, but it's on many levels as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I'm so glad you brought that up, because once again, everybody gets a lot of people always get so caught up when they're going through stuff. It's so heavy and this and that, and you know.
Yeah.
And I just wanted, it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, we can cleanse and clear so simple and easy right now, you know, to allow ourselves to spiral out of that shit and shift is just like, no more, no more. Which I say all the time. I express this all the time because it means so much to me. I'll share again my Aunt Pi when she transitioned years ago. I got to see the moment in her transition when she surrendered and opened up and just let go. And that's what she did. She lay in there. She lifted her arms up in the air just like this and said, no more, no more. And I saw the shift in her in that moment of letting go and moving forward to the next. Wow. So that's why that's so profound to me. And I recommend people just no more, no more. That's all we need to do.
And when you say it, it really does, you feel the energy of it, and it really does break through that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we don't need to hold on to it anymore. You know?
No.
We came here for this human experience, to be here in this lifetime to learn what it's like to have whatever happens to you.
Yeah.
But we don't have to allow it to control us anymore. We can break free and create what we truly want and just witness it.
And in saying that, when it's, because I've noticed for me, when it's bigger shit, it's harder to shift because I'm really in it and can't see it. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I need to be in that process with awareness. And it could be an hour, a day, or 2 days before that happens to shift. So, and then you get the insight to it and you're like, and you get the light bulb moment as well. And learning to be at peace with that and not beat yourself up, because I'd always beat myself up with that for being slow or whatever. And it's like, no, that's just the process. And it was a deeper pattern. It was something that's been ingrained in me for more than a couple of fortnights.
Yes.
So, yeah, as my grandfather would say.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I know this week, you know, I was on the phone with you this week when I don't know what day it was, you know, I'll be vulnerable here. I had a really tough day where so much anger came up, so much old patterning came up. I literally had a complete panic attack breakdown, which I haven't done in a very, 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 very long time. But I also knew when it happened from the past where it would last for a long time, I knew what was happening. I knew I was moving through old stuff and I needed to sit with it. I needed to allow it to go through and I didn't need to resist it. So I laid in bed for pretty much the whole day and just, you know, and I just allowed myself to be in that space, to allow myself to move through it with no resistance, to open to it. And then it just moved through. And then all this clarity came behind it once I let go of all that.
Yeah.
And that goes back again, you know when you could just do the no more, but sometimes you do need to sit and you need to open. You know, we're having this experience. We need to open to those feelings and feel them in order to move through them. Because the more you keep them in your body resisting, they're not going to release out.
No. Yeah. That's so true, eh? It really is.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Yep. And you did. That was a big week. And for me, it was around anxiety. I realized these different, not just different levels of anxiety, but different things I get anxiety about. And I I didn't even know. And then it was in my face and it was like, wow. Yeah, I got this. I got it.
Yes. And that's why I love doing this show, to have like divine chitty chats, just to talk, you know, so people can, you know, listen and hear that, you know, we're not alone. You know, we're all going through this together.
We so are. And talking about it, you know, because that's togetherness as well.
Yeah.
Bringing it all together.
Yeah. Yes. And bringing the energy of it and being deep rooted and allowing yourself to be vulnerable, you know, allowing yourself to be yourself. I mean, you know, doing this show for me, I've had so many crazy things happen to me, and people cut off, and you can't hear people, and this and that, and can't talk, and don't know what I'm saying. I mean, I've gone through the gamut, but I show up, I'm here, I do what I do, I am who I am, and that's what it is. This is me. I mean, this is how I love wearing baseball caps in my hair and pigtails. I did it tonight. This is my Halloween cut. This is me. But we all need to be us. We don't have to, we need to really get out of trying to impress everyone all the time. And just be who we are, no matter what, and be okay with that.
Yeah, definitely. And it might be Halloween pigtails today, but the next day it can be real post pigtail day.
It could be. You never know what you're going to get. Always stay in the great mystery and the fun and the magic. That's what's fun about it. And just play. I don't know if we've talked about, now is the time to play. This is a whole new playground we have to play in.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And people, I notice when I go out, people are really relishing in that too, and they're really wanting it. And, they're searching it out as well. And it doesn't have to be big conversations or long conversations or come over for dinner. It's just in that moment that the magic is. And just even to smile at people or, to even, over here we're more open with our lockdown stuff. So there's always difference. And yet the people I'm coming across are really loving hugs. They're asking for hugs from everybody, which is awesome. Yeah.
You don't have that 6 feet distancing?
No, we're over
there. Go in New Zealand?
No. Well, some people are still doing it. They're still concerned, and that's okay. And yet where I've been, it's like, no, let's just do it. And people are really loving that. We call it uffy here, the cuddle, the contact, the support, the togetherness. It is. Yeah.
Yeah. And all that energy, That
just spreads out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It just spreads out, doesn't it?
Yes. And you said you wanted to share something else this evening. Didn't you have another prop for us?
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me, because I'm going.
I know we're getting time. Looking at the time, I'm like, oh, it's 8:32 already. We're moving along. Does anybody have anything to share or anything? Please feel free.
Okay. All right. Well, if you can see behind me, no other finger, there's a cross. And, crosses in many cultures right throughout history, and it is also a part of the church. And I noticed that people were getting cross about the cross. They're like, oh, yuck, I hate crosses or whatever. So whether it was an experience in another dimension, or they're just, not in with the churches or whatever, I don't know. But they were cross with the energy. And I was looking at it because it was like, how can we make love to the cross? And when you look at it, it's actually pulled together by 4 capital L's, the letter L in capitals. And what about if they represented love, life, laughter, and living? And we bring it all together. And Beautiful. Then to take it further, if you focus on the center, that represents where we are. And when you look up, we connect to above. And when you look down, we connect to below, because we are in the middle of heaven and earth. And when we are in awareness, we can be in that expansion, which takes us out to either side. So we're forever expanding and connecting, as above, so below. And I love how it's 4 letter L's to me, because, we all have different language and meaning, and it was, love, living, life, and laughter.
Oh, I love that. And that's so true. And it all comes together in the heart.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can see it as our heart or us as a little person, with that big expanse of energy above, below, and beyond. And yeah, and that it does all happen in the heart and move from there. So that's how I learned to make love with the cross.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah,
Mm.
that's just such a beautiful analogy, and just looking at it from a different point of view and bringing the dogma or whatever that people have put around the cross from past religions, experiences, and things like that.
Yes, and this is, it's kind of like going into it, like we were saying, it's bringing in that new energy. So if you're going to get cross or angry with something, how can you shift the energy for yourself or make up a little story or to shift to see into the beauty of what it could be or maybe what it is?
Yes,
And yeah, so in that way, we're all an artist, because yeah,
we
we're
are.
artists.
We're
Yeah,
all artists of the spirit.
yeah, yeah, that's right. Absolutely. So if we're artists, then it's about creating.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Carolyn says, I never looked at the cross without thinking of it in this way. Beautiful, and brings even more meaning to this symbol.
Wow.
So
Awesome.
that's from Carolyn. So, yes.
Yeah,
So
that's
beautiful
very
teaching
cool.
there. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Ariana.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I'm all
Yeah.
tingly inside now.
Yeah. Now go out and discover what else you can turn around.
I know. And that's a great example of, I love that you brought that up tonight, because that is an example of what's happening in the world right now, that we, and what we learned tonight about, our teaching for the moon is walking our talk and standing in our
Mm.
truth. But also, to open to find our truth, we have to look at things from different points of view, from different angles, to see the truth and what it truly is, or what's coming to you. To stand in your truth, you've got to explore what is your truth.
Yes, yeah. And if you take that little cross story, for example, and you just bring that into your heart, then that's going to enable you to be in your expansion and to look at things in a different way. And so therefore you'll be able to shift things a lot quicker for yourself. So
Yes, yes.
yeah, yeah,
And that's what it's about right now.
yeah,
It's that shift, and not
yeah.
staying in the shit.
Yeah, that's right. And also to celebrate the shit.
Yeah.
I often tell the people that come to us, look, when you take a dump, turn around and just celebrate. That's that shit gone. Or if it's really bad, give it a name. And just like, yeah, flush you.
I love it. I love it. I love making fun, just having fun with what's happening right now.
Yeah,
We're just our culture has become so serious with everything. And yeah,
yeah.
and it's fun just to have fun with the fun that we can have fun with.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, because we got an inner child within
We
us. So,
do.
yeah,
And
bring
that
it
little
up.
inner child, that poor little inner child has been like hidden and scared for too damn long, hidden in the corners and the cobwebs of our own psyche, trapped or under or him, and it's time to allow those little ones to come out and play and enjoy
Yeah,
and have fun and hit the
yeah.
machine.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
This
this
is
is
my
going to be fun. Especially the little boys are going to love. Little boy inner children are going to love this. Okay, you can do
yeah.
it.
Okay.
Better out than in.
I bought myself this little fart machine, and because sometimes I was having a little stage there where smudging wasn't good for me. I was setting things on fire, even though I had a dish underneath. So I bought me one of these to help shift the energy. And to me, literally, it just broke the energy and brought in the new. It made me laugh, and then I can carry on.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
And that, once again, is going back to what we discussed earlier. It's so simple.
Yeah.
A little
Whatever.
like my bubble machine. I love my bubble machine. Does that for me.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed you haven't had that. You haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay. Let's see. We have another message from Carol. I love your description. The cross has been associated with suffering for me, along with other negative connotations for a while. That really helps me to accept this symbol as something other than that. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Really touched. And Carolyn, I can totally relate to you growing up in the Catholic Church. I can relate to you as well on the same thing of how the cross. And thank you, Ariana, for that as well, because for me, that symbol of Jesus's death on the cross, that's the image that comes to me when I look at the cross, and always has. So that has shifted for me as well. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Yeah, well, may you always now see it as shiny. And yeah, I guess Jesus himself wouldn't want it remembered like that.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a man that walked around and spoke his truth, and that all got misconstrued and everything.
Yes.
And now look, we're in a place in the world where we can speak our truth and it's more acceptable, and people are listening and they're getting it, and the togetherness. So yeah, that's very cool. Thank you.
Oh gosh, no, thank you. And you're so right. And that's what Jesus's message was. The laughter to live, and being in that energy. So
yeah.
You got the truth, sister.
Yeah. Both of us.
You're standing in the truth. Yeah. So guess what? It's 8:41.
Okay. Wow.
Our time is almost up. Well, we're getting there, 15 minutes. But did you want to do we're going to do a meditation this evening, correct? Are we still doing that?
Yeah, we are. Do you want to do it?
I thought you were going to start and I was going to end. If anybody knows me, listens to my show, I just kind of go with the flow. So I don't really plan. It's just how I am.
Okay, let's do it then. All
so
right.
We decided what we're going to do. I guess I have to explain. Ariana's going to start the meditation, bringing us in. So if you're driving a car right now, please just kind of keep your eyes open. Don't really get into the meditation. And then I'm going to bring you out and do some sound and some clearing as we through the chakras or whatever comes. I don't know what's going to come. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll get started. But before we get started, so we don't forget all the 3D stuff, I have your internet on the YouTube video. Are you offering any specials, or how do people contact you? She does wonderful readings and all kinds of stuff. So did you want to offer anything or express anything about the work you do or anything before we go?
Well, you can find me at my website. It feels a little bit outdated at the moment, so that's all right. That's www.aryana.co.nz. So Aryana is Aryana. And the special is, I was really sitting with that, and I've never said this before, so I'm going to say it, my truth, that I am the special. And if you are drawn to me and you would like to come to me, then we're going to have a special time, and we're going to be together and assist in just opening you up to see things in a more special, unique way so that you can blossom and empower. And that's the special today. So,
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
For those out there, I highly recommend Ariana. She's absolutely amazing. So,
thank you, darling. And back at you. You are too.
Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate it so much. So, okay. So we got that out of the way. And
yeah, all right. Well, everybody just settle. We'll just settle you in, and you've obviously stopped driving and doing your bits. And if you could just settle and close your eyes and breathe, we're going to leave it because you're cosmic explorers that you know how to ground in. So we'll just take you there where just want you to close your eyes, kind of settle in your chair a bit, wiggle your toes and hands, stretch your neck, whatever. And then breathing in through the nose, right down to your toes. And then making a sound as you breathe out, just 2 or 3 times to shift that energy for yourself. And then just keep breathing in and just coming into your beautiful vessel and going further and deeper into that center of your cross, the center which is your heart, and breathing that beautiful energy of the center of your heart. And as you breathe in, you can see the universe, which is your inner verse. And you can feel the universe now breathing with you in and out, just slowly and with a beautiful rhythm that you're doing it in unison together. And just allowing yourself to go deeper into that breath. And now witness the heartbeat. You will hear a heartbeat or a rhythm. You may hear 2. It'll be your heartbeat and the universe. And just breathing in together. And as you do, this time a beautiful light expands from the center of your heart. It's the most brilliant light, white, goldy light. And it goes above and below, all through your body. And just breathe in this energy like you're in awe of seeing and witnessing this for the first time. For this is the core of you, the core of your center, the core of your beingness. And just feel the lightness and the light. And feel it expand up to the top of your head, down to your toes. Maybe it comes out of your body. And now this time as you take a breath, we're going to expand it out. But as we do, you're in awareness of several of your bodies, or maybe you're just focused on one and you're seeing the shadow and you're seeing empty pockets. And as you expand the light out, you expand it out, all these little pockets and shadows just into the light each time. And so those spaces also filled with this light. Take it out as far as you can, as far as you're able. And just feel this new rhythm of this light. Feel what it is that it's light. Is there a sound? Is there music? Is there a taste or a smell? Just be with this, knowing that you're safe, because remember, the universe is with you and you are surrounded by your universe. And as you do, you look out or look up and you see the full moon shining bright. And as you look at this beautiful full moon, the essence and the energy of the divine feminine in the purest form. And the divine feminine moon moves a little closer, where your energies join and connect in whichever way feels good for you. And it is light meeting light. It is the wholeness meeting the wholeness. And as you do, take some more deeper breaths, some very deep breaths. Just to bring that energy in. And as you do, you feel it embodying you and you feel it empowering and titillating all your little cells and all the parts of all of your bodies, from your physical right out. And then when this is complete, the moon moves back a little bit. And inside, you now look at this beautiful light that Divine Feminine has shared with you. And you can hear little giggling and laughter. And your cells are alive. And your bodies are replenished. And your pockets of emptiness are now full of yourself. And just feel this energy and breathe it in, knowing that on this Hallows Eve that you can call in any ancestors you need to connect with or feel that you would like to connect with in your highest good. As we anchor in the magic of you, moving and twirling around all of your bodies.
And as you rest in this magic, this beautiful magic of you, and the divine essence of who you are, feeling the truth of who you are, allowing yourself to open, expand, and be the light, connected to who you are, to your soul, to your higher self, and to the divine sovereignty of who you are. Just allow yourself to sit in that for a moment, allowing any messages to come to you that need to come to you in this moment as you stand in that higher part of yourself. The energy and the magic of the full moon, the openness of who you are. And just for a second, if anything's still sitting there that needs to go, just open now to listen to the sound, to allow everything to go out and shift and move out from your heart space. As we start to create the magic of you, you step into the magic of you to create that world, allowing these energies to shift you completely to a whole new paradigm, a whole new you. Take some deep breaths in now. Allowing everything to wash away and move away and clear out of your field as you stand in that magic of you and bring in the new energies, the magic of who you are. Hands to your heart now. Just breathe now. As you start to bring yourself back, as present consciousness, to the place where you are, knowing that you're safe and protected always. Knowing that you can walk forward this moment on in the truth that you are, walking tall with your head high, your heart blazing with love, shining out in the essence, in the sparkle, in the divine uniqueness. You are here to shine on this planet. Just breathe once again and just take in everything. Just put your hand on your heart and a hand on your stomach. Take one more breath and bring yourself back home to you. The place where you need to be right now is within the shining light of you, the sparkle divine beingness of you, as you take the next step forward to move on your path of the beautiful uniqueness and the greatness you are here to be. Thank you. Whew. Thank you, Aryana.
Thank you, sister.
I loved our impromptu meditation co-creation there. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And I thank everybody for listening. And we've got a few more minutes. Is there anything else you'd like to share this evening on this? It's I've been in this energy and just been all over the place because there's just so much happening. Which way's up, which way's down, and which way we're going. For you, Carolyn.
Oh, thank you, Carolyn. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm with you. You're still coming home. I did do a card today. I'm not sure how to say it, but it kind of wraps up like the meditation we just did. And Duana, the High Priestess. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love.
Can't see. Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of here.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
How apropos for, what we talked about, what we came into from the teachings from the beginning of the show to the teaching at the end.
Yes.
So,
yeah. And for all the magic within each and every one of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And embrace it. It's time.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid anymore. Do not be afraid. Step into it. Everyone out there, step into it and shine.
Yeah.
So, Aryana, I thank you once again for joining me this evening and having our little chitty chat. And everybody who's tuning in now and in the future, I so appreciate it on, Oneness Talk Radio, on Facebook or YouTube, Oneness Talk Radio. So if you don't have anything further, once again, I appreciate you. Much love to everyone out there. Oh, and everybody make sure they drink a lot of water. You set your intention and really step into this energy, this divine, and really create the magic and really sit and meditate and bring in the energy of what the magic you want to create in your world, because this moon is a very unique moon. Hasn't been a full moon on Halloween's, I read the other day, since 1944.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge. Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you, my beautiful friend, and I know you're not just mine, but our beautiful friend, and for all that you are, and for our togetherness and this time, and for the expansion of, couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, I thank you for coming on as well and stepping. I know you were kind of hesitant about coming on. You were fine talking, but stepping in. So I'm so grateful. You took the plunge. You took the step. You walked your talk tonight, girl. You got the Woo! Okay. Happy fun to everyone. Everybody enjoy you cosmic explorers out there. Just embrace life. I know it's difficult and crazy and cuckoo for coconuts right now, but live it, love it, and be it. Love you all. Mwah. Thank you. Bye.